Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Ambassador Sports Network. I'm your host, Dalito Kulameka.
I'm Jonathan Walden.
And I'm Eric Reed.
And as you guys can see, we are a little reversed. Bear with us at the desk. We are down a camera in the studio. And for the special segment we're about to have up next, I wanted them to have the camera to get the one shot on them. But none of the fact, we're going to get you guys the content you guys want to hear about Oakwood sports. How you guys feeling today? It's alumni.
Good. Excited for this weekend. A lot of events going on, a lot of friends and family I have to see, and man, alumni is always a great time.
Yeah, like you said, family, friends coming that I haven't seen in a long time. Got good food waiting on me this weekend. Can't wait.
No, I agree. As you guys heard, it is alumni, so it's going to be a busy week. Nonetheless, busy weekend. Nonetheless, we're still going to try and give you your ASN content out by Sunday. It might come out on Monday. You know, we are students. We're going to have a little bit of fun, but ASN is still going to come out as regularly scheduled. But on today's episode, Oakwood Sports, we have the baseball team. They played a game, and we're going to play a fun little game up here. And then we have Cailyn Sterling, Cailyn's Corner, your favorite segment. She's going to have a special interview, senior spotlight with a softball player, and then we'll come back up here. We'll touch on that. We'll touch on that series versus Talladega and Dillard, and then we'll see you guys next week because we're going to try and keep this episode a little shorter. Like we said, it's alumni, so we know people got things to do. Nonetheless, you ready, brothers?
Let's get straight to it.
So the baseball team, Ambassador baseball team, lost 16-8 to UT Southern, but the game was close. Tied 5-5 going into the top of the fifth inning. Then UT Southern had a 7-run inning to pull away and end the game with a final score of 16-8. So we'll touch on that game a little bit after our little game, but time for the second rendition of Match the Stat to the Athlete. We are here with reigning champion Jonathan Walden, and he has a new opponent this time.
Going down.
Eric Reed, how you feeling about the game today? How you feeling about your odds?
I ain't come to lose. He going down.
You didn't come
All
to
right,
lose.
we gonna
Okay.
see.
We'll get right into it. And I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to also include two players, their season averages, as well as some players from the UT Southern game. So for the first player I'm going to name, I almost said the name. I'm going to go to the stats. 3 at-bats in the UT Southern game. 2 runs and 1 hit. Anybody's game.
Akari David.
It is not Akari David.
Okay.
Eric, Jonathan doesn't have no point. If you get it wrong, we'll come back to it.
Jameson Green.
It is Jameson Green. Eric is up 1-0. First time being down. You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm good.
All right. Our second name. Batting average 2.78 on the season. 7 runs, 10 hits, and also pitches.
Akari David.
That is Akari David. We're tied 1-1. All right. Our third player. 3 at-bats in the UT Southern game. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 RBI.
RBI?
Landon Bradley.
It is Landon Bradley.
All right, bro.
All right,
Yeah,
2-1.
all right, bro.
All right. This next person. 5 at-bats in the UT Southern game. 0 runs, 1 hit, and 2 RBIs.
Joshua Mack.
It is not Joshua Mack. Eric.
Caleb Edmondson.
It is Caleb Edmondson.
Yeah, man.
And for our last person, a .24 batting average on the season. 8 runs, 14 hits, and 10 RBIs.
Joshua Mack, bro.
It is Joshua Mack, but sadly, Jonathan loses 3-2. Eric, how do you feel? You are the new reigning champion.
Records are meant to be broken. Records are meant to be broken.
Not bad, baby.
All right, now guys, quickly touching that UT Southern game for me. Eric, what do you got to say about it?
Yeah, it's impressive to see that this Oakwood team scores 8 points in a baseball game because that's a high scoring game at any level. But the defense, they can't allow 16 points.
It's true.
Agree.
So a defense got to put the offense in a position to capitalize, put the bat on the ball, score, and extend leads.
Right, I agree with Eric. You have to be able to play some defense to complement your offense. Like you said earlier, or if you guys didn't know, it was tie game at the bottom of the
At the bottom of the fourth.
At the bottom of the fourth, 5-5, and then UT Southern went on a 7-inning run, and ultimately that put us in a bad spot. We scored 3 runs after that, but we definitely needed way more than 3 runs. So in order to beat a team like that, in order to beat any team, we have to play some defense to complement our offense.
Agreed. And UT Southern is no slouch. We always come up. This is the third time we've talked about them this year. It's the third time the Ambassador played them. Fourth time, really. But they're no slouch. They played Talladega. We already know what Talladega did to the Ambassadors in the last games they played. But UT Southern played Talladega at the beginning of the year after Talladega's coming off defending their HBCUAC championship. And UT Southern went 2-1 versus them in the 3-game series versus them. So Talladega is no slouch, we know. So UT Southern, they beat Talladega, they're no slouch, we know. But the Ambassadors have found ways to put up points versus them. Like we said, they were up 11-0 in the last game. They were tied 5-5 in this game, scored a total of 8 runs in this game. It's just about playing defense and being able to sustain pitching for the duration of a full game.
Right.
Once they put that together, man, the sky's the limit. And we already know that. But yes, that's what I have to say about that. And the Ambassadors will go on a little break, and then they will resume play with the 3-game series versus the Wilberforce Bulldogs on April 9th and April 10th. They'll play a doubleheader on April 9th, and then a 1-game on April 10th. And then we'll come back and we'll recap that. But without further ado, we'll toss it over to you, Cailyn, and your interview with your softball player in Cailyn's Corner.
Hello everyone, I'm Cailyn Sterling and welcome back to Cailyn's Corner. Today I have a very special guest with me.
Kaley Fuller.
Kaley has been a part of the Oakwood softball team since the very beginning, and she's actually one of the first people we've ever featured on ASN. So Kaley, it's a full circle moment to have you back here today. Yes. You've been here since the start of Oakwood softball. What has that meant to you to see how Oakwood softball has evolved over time?
Honestly, it's been like a privilege, truly. I've seen a lot of people come in and out, met a lot of people, different coaches and such like that. I don't know, it just feels like a big blessing to me to be here from the start to the finish.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're having one of your best career seasons yet. You have a career high battling average, already tying your runs record, and close to setting a new hits record. What's been the difference for you this season?
I feel like I'm more relaxed this season, just knowing that this is the last time I'll get to do this. And I just want to have fun, not really overthink it, and just go out there and be free-spirited.
Yeah, it's really showing when you're playing that you're really just having fun with it and doing your best out. So I think it's amazing. You've also been a threat on all the bases, leading the team in steals, which is super impressive. Where does that confidence and instinct come from?
So I've been playing since I was probably 3 or 4, starting at T-ball, and it started with my dad. My dad, he's always pushed me to be really aggressive, and that's where the funnest came into me. When I think about stealing and stuff like that, I genuinely think of me as a little girl, like playing rec ball, just like messing with the little girls and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably where it comes from. Just, it's the funnest part to me, truly.
Yeah. So as a senior, you have embraced the role of leading this team. What are some things that you're leaving for the team behind you? Because I know you have a younger team, you have a younger roster. What are you instilling into them as a senior?
Hopefully I'm getting across the point of just support. Like, I don't know, I just want to be there for everyone, and I want everyone to feel like they're heard and appreciated and that they can speak up whenever something's bothering them and stuff like that. I just want the team to be left feeling like a team, like a family, like we're all there for each other.
Yeah, that's really important in a team too, like making sure everybody's coming together and everybody feels that support. So I think that that's amazing that you are instilling that into your teammates.
Right, exactly.
When you look back at your 4 seasons, what are some things that you are most proud of, and maybe like a special memory that you will always cherish leaving Oakwood?
I think what I'll remember the most is probably just the bonds that I've made, not even just at Oakwood, but just in general. Softball, it's been a blessing from God. He's allowed me to meet some of the most amazing people on and off the field. And I feel like that's what I'll remember the most, the memories, the people, the bus rides, the games, everything, the conversations, just the experience in general. It's truly a blessing and a gift that I'll never take for granted.
That's amazing. I love that. As your time here at Oakwood softball starts to come to a close, what is next for you?
So I'm a psychology major, and I plan to go get my master's at UAB, the University at Birmingham. And I want to go into clinical therapy and help people and just continue to, I don't know, spread the word of God. He's truly the reason I'm here and the reason I keep going.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're going to be successful in anything that you do, and know that your Oakwood and ASN family are going to be rooting for you, and we pray that you will be everything that you want to be.
Thank you so much.
It's been amazing having you here. Thank you so much for being here. Do you have anything to say to any of the fans who have supported you and the team?
Continue to support Oakwood softball. We're going to the conference tournament, and just be on the lookout because we're coming.
Y'all heard her. They're coming. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Cailyn. And thank you, Shane, for joining us. And let's get right into some softball action. As you guys know, the softball team played a 3-game series versus the Talladega Tornadoes, going 2-1, including a 17-1 victory, their second largest margin of victory in school history over the Talladega Tornadoes in that second game. Man, them girls were hitting everything. I'm talking about, you just sit there and watch. I can't remember exactly what inning it was, but everything was going. All the bats were hot. The team was in just a flow state. Everybody was clicking. And then, so they won that series versus Talladega 2-1. And then they played a red-hot Dillard Blue Devil team who went 8-3 in the month of March. And that continued on in the month of April as the Lady Ambassadors would sadly lose the first game, a hard-fought battle, 3-2. And then they would drop the next 2 games, 12-2 and 9-3, dropping the Lady Ambassadors to 10-13 on the year. So guys, with the conference tournament coming up, we heard Kaley touch on it at the end of her interview. With the conference tournament coming up, 10 games left in the regular season for the Lady A's, what can this team do to prepare themselves to go on a run like we saw last year?
Hold on. Who is buzzing me at recording time? Like, what is going on? Wait, is that the 2026 Atlanta Braves buzzing me?
Oh.
Man, that 17-1 victory, I don't know how people gloss over that, right? 17-1 in baseball or softball is basically like 72-14 in football, right? Or 150-100 in basketball.
It's a massacre.
That's a crazy margin. And what the Braves did to the Arizona Diamondbacks the other day, 17-2, is exactly what the Oakwood Lady Ambassadors did to this team, Talladega, 17-1, and they ended up winning that series as well, 2-3 or 2-1. And this goes back into my point, right? 3 players in the top 5 for batting average in the conference. That's insane. Like that's literally unheard of,
And
right?
I feel like it's going unnoticed as well.
Right. Before you told me that a couple minutes ago, I had no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
True.
And you're talking about how we can get the dubs, going into the tournament, how we can close out the season strong, like we did last season. Keep hitting, keep them bats rolling. But also, I know this is a thin team. We don't have a lot of depth, but find a way to close out on the pitching side of things, right? I know we only have really one main pitcher.
Yeah, and then we have one reliever.
Right, one reliever. And when you're playing games like 4 or 5 games a week, that's very hard to maintain, especially because your arms are tired.
This week it was 6 games.
Literally.
And think about it. Tony Sims on the softball team, when she came up here to talk to me and Jonathan, that's one of the first things she said. She said, we're just tired. Yep. But the softball team has to find a way. Girls, you can rest in, what month is it? You can rest in June. You can rest in May. You can rest in July.
Almost there.
You can rest.
We're almost there.
Just hold on strong for one more month. I know it's not easy. It's easy saying it from my position.
It is.
But that championship is going to feel so much better.
It's so much better. So much worth.
Jonathan.
It's gonna feel a lot more worth it when you win that chip, make it there and get that W. But a lot like what Shane said, we gotta just, both of you guys said, we have to figure out how to close these games out. And we don't have a lot of players, but I know y'all have the heart. Anna Jones, player of the week is Anna Jones and Jordan Howard. Anna Jones batted 778, going 7 for 9 at the plate, including 3 doubles and a triple. Scored 3 runs and had 4 RBIs to help the Ambassadors take 2 games in the Talladega matchup. And then Jordan Howard, she batted 600, going 6 for 10 at the plate,
600, wow.
including a pair of doubles, scored 6 runs, and had 2 RBIs. Howard is currently batting .483 with 1 homer and 16 RBIs. Anna Jones is currently has 20 RBIs
On the year, leads the team.
on the year. So
Wow.
Tied for
this-
the lead with Emanubi.
tied with for the lead with Emanubi. This is a great team.
Yeah.
We're thin, but like Lisa said, just hold on strong, keep defending, and keep putting that bat on the ball, and we're gonna see a playoff run like we seen last year.
And I'm gonna take a little bit of a different approach than you guys did, going with the hitting and the offensive side. And I'm gonna take a little look at defense, because unlike the baseball team, where it's like the baseball team, they can get in some shootouts and they score high scoring games. The Lady Ambassadors, based off of what the season is, I don't know if shootout is the route that they want to take. Just because in the type of games that they win, it's more low. They hold the teams to low scoring affairs, and they'll have 9 runs, 8 runs, 17 runs, and we see the other team had 1 run. They'll have 2 runs, like how in that hard fought first game versus Dillard. And now Dillard finished. They went all the way to the championship last year and lost to Stillman. They're 10-2 in conference play, 13-2 now, I believe. So they're a good team. Obviously, they're a strong team. The girls know how to hit. But in that first game, a 3-2 matchup, the Lady A's, once they reduce their margin of error, I think their chance of winning is better.
Agreed.
Because they like to play them close games where they can win down, like how they did Talladega in the first game. It went down to the 7th inning, and they won in the bottom of the 7th. But once some games start getting a little higher, like in the second game, the Dillard 12-2 loss, 9-3 loss.
Yeah.
If the defense doesn't help out the pitcher, I don't think that's a recipe for success. So I think defense, because like how you guys said, hitting's not the issue. 3 hitters in the top 5 in the conference, and let me let y'all know who they are. Anna Jones batting a .491 batting average. Jordan Howard, a .483 batting average. That's 1 and 2 in the conference right there. And then freshman Kanijah Arrington. You talked about her earlier when she batted 1,000 batting average versus Alabama A&M. That wasn't just a one-time thing. She's continuing to do it, and she's 5th, I believe, in the conference with a .407 batting average. So hitting is not the issue. It's just when Emma Newby's at the mound, Mary Faith comes in to relieve her at the mound. The outfielders they can't get tired.
Right.
They have to stay disciplined and cut down on the mental errors on offense. And I believe if they do that, we'll see another run, a better run than we did last year. Because last year, I still think about that Russ loss. That's the only time since the program has been reinstated that the Ambassadors have lost to Russ.
And it's a trend here at Oakwood. I just have to talk about how good Oakwood is in these athletes. High schoolers, if you're watching this, men's basketball, women's softball, women's basketball. We have the athletes. We're first in something with an athlete in anything. First team all conference or first in batting average. We are like that. So put some respect on Oakwood's name. The sports at our school can't go overlooked, and this is what we're here for, to shine the light on them.
Of course. And I can't go without mentioning the impact that these seniors have brought to this program. Mary Faith, Kaley Fuller, Anna Jones. All of these players recruited when the softball team was just starting up.
Yes.
Right? And they rolled
Kaley Fuller, 4 years.
Yep.
Anna Jones, 3 years.
Yep.
And Mary Faith, she transferred over here last year.
Right. Especially Kaley Fuller, who we interviewed a couple days ago, right? She was one of the main pioneers that came when this program was just starting up. And the fact that Anna Jones stayed 3 years, Mary Faith was able to,
come over here
as a senior. That's incredible. That's perseverance, and that goes beyond just softball. That just goes with life.
Yeah.
Persevering despite the hardships, despite things not going your way, you're able to persevere.
Especially in the era of sports we live in, where you just go somewhere 1 year and just leave.
Of course.
You have a good season, and it's like, all right, I'll see y'all.
Right.
I'm on to the bigger and better.
Right, and I can respect those players, whatever journey they may been through, just for sticking it out, and hopefully will be rewarded in the future.
100%. The Ambassadors, they have 10 games left in the regular season, and then it'll be conference playoff time, and I can't wait to see what they do down there. That's all we have for you all today. We wanted to get to some March Madness, but we're not going to make this episode too long. We'll just recap the overall tournament after the championship game on Monday night. We'll make a drop of March Madness special. Thank you guys for joining us here today. It's been fun. Thank you for watching the Ambassador Sports Network. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tap that bell so you're notified every time we post.